Hi everyone, this is Jared from sportsannouncing.com. I want to thank you for taking an opportunity to take a look at this Sports Sounds Pro tutorial. In this one, we're going to talk about colors. Now, colors are a wide variety, and over the years, Bill Bushmeyer, who developed Sports Sounds Pro, has gone from simple, just a few colors, to now you have everything available to you in basically the whole wide rainbow of colors. It started out very simple enough. Over here, you see the red on this button. It means that button's been played. You see how the rest of these buttons are gray. That means they haven't been played. I click a button. It turns green. That lets you know that button is playing. Now, beyond that, there really wasn't much else to have. So, after a while, things started coming up. One of my first ideas for Bill, way back in, I believe it was 2002, when I was out in Modesto, California, was, is there a way to highlight a button? And I sent him the email. 2 weeks later, boom, there it was. And it's very simple. Right click on a button, click highlight, and you see that this button turns blue. Where this comes in handy is on some of these other pages, you see I've got Heavy by Collective Soul highlighted. I've got New Sensation by NXS highlighted. These were all songs that I wanted to play at a certain point in a game. And because I was able to highlight them, I was able to find them quickly on a screen with 48 songs. Now, over here, you see this button, Nicki Minaj Super Bass, the clean version, even though it's still the clean version, not necessarily something I'd wanted to play at the last event that I did. So, I locked the button. No matter how many times I click on it, it will not play. Now, to lock a button, we'll go up here to Starships, right-click, come down here to lock, click it, and it turns yellow. Now, how do you unlock it? Simple, do the same thing. Right-click, lock, on-off. To unhighlight a button, right-click, highlight on-off. And you see there it goes. It's no longer highlighted. Not necessarily something I need to use for this game. Okay, so next time I need it, I'll go in, I'll pre-prep, and I'll find it there. Something else to look at, mark is played on or off. Where this comes in handy is if I'm using this button, or this screen as a playlist, as you see playlist is highlighted right up here, it will start with Aerials. If I click Aerials first, then go to this one, then American Woman, and it'll skip right over Heavy. It'll go right to this one, which I've entitled Matt Bowser. Chris Mabius and Matt Bowser were baseball players out in Modesto, and they had songs that were assigned to them. I just kept them in there because I knew what they were. There are other songs. This one is Down with the Sickness that you've heard countless times at baseball stadiums. But these were their songs. They translated pretty well to hockey, so I just put them in the hockey set. One of the things that Bill has since done is gone down here, capture button color. You can also set a button color. So I click on set button color. Now you see all the colors of the rainbow. Everything that's available on Windows, on this computer, boom, it is right there. So if I want to go over here and change this button to white, I click on the white square, click OK, and you can kind of tell it's a little bit lighter. Now what happens if I want to go back to that original color and I want it to be this one? Right click, set button color, it'll pull it up, click on OK, oops, just did the wrong one. Right click, capture button color, and now what it's done is it's taken this color, so then I right click here, set button color, click on OK, and you see it changed it. Set button color, click on OK, and you see it changed it there. This is good for if you've seen the one about organization for volleyball. I have all of my aces in this color right here. I have all the kills in this lime green. So up here, same thing. I needed a spot for it, so I just happened to throw it right up there. Gray is for blocks. You can set the colors any which way you want. In fact, one of the things that I did very early on is I had trouble seeing in the sun. So I changed the highlighting color of the buttons, and everything that you see up here that you could activate is purple. It used to be a whiter, lighter color. It was hard to see in the sun. So this way I can see this from a distance. I can see that purple very easily from a distance. You can set the colors over here on these buttons for the pages, which makes it easy. So I know that, okay, these are all organ sound effects. Boom. These are all in-game situational. So when I'm looking for a song, I'm going to come down here. I used to have these two were colored orange. I decided to take them out. It just wasn't affecting, it didn't really help me all that much. it was getting too colorful. You can also set the background color, and that's done in setup options. You go over here to colors. You can set the group A color. Again, same way you can do it. You can set B to a different color, C to a different color, all the way up through J. You can set all of them to different colors. When I first started, group B was basketball, so I had that one as orange. The Q color, you can set the drag mode color. You can set control buttons color. You can set active button color. You can do whatever. You can set pretty much any color that you want to on here. Now the Q buttons, you see here I have buttons that are queued in this Q screen. If I want to queue, say this one, I come down here, I click on Q it, and it turns it to this ice blue type of color. Slightly off from this teal over here, but that means it's now over in this queue, and boom, there it is right there. So if I need to find it, I can find it. A lot of the pages that I have off of there have since been reset, so you're not really going to find them on these screens anymore because they're simply not there. Like I said, I've changed them. In fact, I think I was in a different screen when I did that. It's still there, right there in the B lineup. If I go in, mark it as played off, you see there, it's still not there. Coloring is a good way to use to try to figure out what you've played, what you haven't played, but also to organize your sounds a little bit better. It's an additional step in using Sports Sounds Pro. The highlight feature is one of my absolute favorites because I can find it. When I go over here to one of these screens, this song here I may want to use for something. I was using this one at certain times at an event. So I can find it if it's in the middle of the screen. If I've played it already, I just go back and re-highlight it. So if I want to take train drive-by, highlight it, I can. I turn the highlight off, it goes right back to being not played. So if I want to mark it as played, I can do that right there, and it's all set and ready to go. Button mode, I can actually set the background now to change to a different color if I want to. I used to do that. I don't anymore. It's just one of those things that, for me personally, if I had changed it to red, it interfered with something I was working with, and I didn't really like doing that. It makes sense to do it that way to set that color. So if I wanted to set up options, colors, drag mode, come over here, red, save the settings, and then button drag mode, you see how the background turns red here, and the background turns red up here. So that helps you understand, okay, I'm in drag mode, that I can drag buttons around as I want to. We'll go down here where I can do that again, and I can drag this button over here without it messing up any of the songs. The problem is you just can't play a song in this way. If you're playing a song, preferably one that you have on here, you can still go to the button drag mode. And you see how easy it is to use the various colors. Colors, again, this is something that you can set up for your own use. You take a look right here, Christmas music. What color is it? Green, like Christmas tree. Injury songs, red. Player gets hurt, ambulance, red. Post-game songs, this one is blue until I click on it. So what I can do is if I want to take it down to the post-game 2, right-click, capture button color, right-click here, set button color, click OK. And you see now my post-game songs are both blue. So I can find them a lot easier. And honestly, when I'm doing a game and I need to go, I know overtime is right before the post-game. I know it's in D. Boom, it's right there. I can find it. Simple, 2 clicks, and I'm there. I want to thank you for taking a look at how to use colors in Sports Sounds Pro. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email at dj@sportsannouncing.com. Thanks for taking a look at this video. And if there's anything else that we can do for you, please let us know, and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks, and have fun out there.